Welcome to the John Show with your host, John Doogie Clouser.
All right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a brand new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Clouser. It is episode 195. I'm hot out the gate, you know what I mean? Just hot off the press. So I hope you guys are doing well, doing great, doing swell, all those things. So it is. Ain't that great? Isn't that so fun to listen to? It's what happens when you smoke some vitamins before you start doing your podcast. You know, it's just one of those things. You know, it's because it's fun to do. Some people ask me, like, why do you do it? Like, why do you do that? It's like, because it's fun. It gives you something to do. And honestly, to tell you the truth, this is the God honest truth. One, it is incredibly hot. Hold on. Ugh. Should I do this podcast with, like, just my... Ugh. I have the most insane hair. You know what? This podcast has gone off the rails so damn quick. Like I said, hope you guys are doing well, doing great. My hair is a mess. I've been wearing a beanie all day. It's football Sunday. Watched the Steelers this morning, or I guess early afternoon, 12. They lost. Oh my God! Let me tell you about this. Nothing's worse. Nothing makes you more upset being a fan of a team. Because I have three teams. I don't know. I love football so much, so I don't really give a fuck. Like, if I like your team, I'm gonna root for it. If there's players on that team, I'm gonna root for it. I don't give a shit. So Chiefs, Rams, Steelers. How it works. How it always has been. How it always will be. So Chiefs don't play till tomorrow, Monday, play against the Eagles. Rematch of the Super Bowl. It's going to be insane. And also, oh my God, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's families they're going to meet for the first time. I hope you're all excited. It's going to be a good time. I don't know why I know this. I shouldn't know this. There's no reason for me to know this because this is not my relationship. I don't want to know this. It honestly upsets me a little because I don't. That stuff just oh my God. It's like, this has nothing to do with football. Like, I don't care. I don't really care. Like, I barely gave a shit. Like, I was the only reason why I gave a shit was because of I really enjoy that program. But, like, you know, when UCLA and Colorado played, and everyone, like, a bunch of the Colorado players got their chains stolen. Apparently, the UCLA players, some of their stuff got stolen too, but no one ever said anything about their stuff. But apparently there's a bunch of recruits. Well, anyway, back to what I was really saying about the Steelers. It's just like, woof. Like, the Steelers, there's nothing that's more upsetting than seeing, like, a team that, like, has a great defense and just completely stop any team at any time, but has an offense that can't do shit, can't do anything. It's like watching their defense or watching their offense, the Steelers' offense, is like a lot like watching when the Chiefs had Alex Smith as their quarterback. All it was just like little dump passes or like screens. That's all it is. There's no creative. There's no juice. It's just there's nothing. Because it just feels like they're calling plays. It doesn't feel like they're calling. They're doing a structure, because, like, when you're doing an offense, if you're an offensive coordinator, your whole job is not just call plays. It's a whole thing. It's a whole symphony. It's a whole symphony when you're doing it. That's the whole thing, because you have to understand, like, you gotta ease this defense into these certain schemes, so then you can blow them out. So you can then go over the top or do a run or do an option. You can do these things, but if you don't have anything, you're just calling play, option, screen, dump pass, run, dump pass. If you're just doing it like that, you're not going to get anything. You're never going to. I'm not so hot anymore, and I look like shit with my hat. But you're never going to gain a sort of momentum as an offense. And then when that happens, guess what? guess what? And then when you have basically a second-year starter as your quarterback, who isn't the most talented of player. He's not terrible. He's not the most talented. He was the last quarterback picked in that draft class, and there's a reason why he was picked last in that draft class out of all the quarterbacks. So it's just so frustrating because you're like, this team should be so much better than they are. They are so incredibly better than what they are. Their defenses, but nope, offense can't do shit, can't do anything. And then you have the Rams, who have no idea what they are. There's no identity. There is no key player. There's no offensive player that you're like, okay, this is their team. This is the team. Like Stafford, he's been injured in and out. The fucking draft pick we wasted on getting another quarterback as a backup, he ends up being an alcoholic, and he's not in the fucking league anymore. I don't even know if he's on the team at the moment. He might not. I don't know. Bennett, the Bennett guy from Georgia. It's and it's just, then we have like Cooper Kupp got hurt again, with the ankle injury, and then we have this really good wide receiver, Tukapuka, I can't remember, and he. He's good, but the thing is, if we don't have a quarterback who will throw the ball to him, what do you expect? What's going to happen? It's like we're not going to do anything. Can't do anything. So it's just frustrating on that part. And the Chiefs, it's just it's like they'll be really good, and then they'll play down to their fucking team. They'll be amazing, and they'll lose to the fucking Broncos. Who the hell loses the goddamn Broncos? And it's just so frustrating. So irritating when that happens, because you don't want to. It's like you got, everyone knows. Everyone in this room knows that the Chiefs are so much better, should be better, or will be better than the Broncos. And it's just then you're like, ugh. And then you have teams like the Bills who are like, you're like, what the fuck, guys? What the hell? You guys fire your offensive coordinator, and then there's the brother of your star wide receiver is saying he should get out of town, and your quarterback is so up and down, and the thing is, this is what happens when you don't let him run. But then when he does run, there's a good chance he could turn the ball over because he fumbles. So it's just one of those things. It's just the NFL is quite interesting how it all is. And then what? The Bengals, Burrow's out for the season. It's fucking Browns, they had a UCLA alum. He went there. He was their backup quarterback, and he started today. Fuck, it was just year of all the backups. It's actually has been 12 backups that started this year. It's been a lot of injured quarterbacks, and it's never good. The thing is, guess what happens? This happened a couple years ago in the NFL. Whenever there's a year where there's a lot of injured quarterbacks, what's the first thing that suffers? Scoring. Because offensive suck. Because the whole thing is your whole offense is based around this quarterback, because he's the star player on the offensive side, and if he's injured, then your whole scheme goes to shit. So it is just what it is. But well, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing great. I just love football so much. It's just so much fun. It's fun. It is enjoyable to watch. If you played it, there is just this thing about how it is so difficult to it is just so difficult to win, and it's so hard to to I have no idea what I'm talking about, because I'm just trying to get this done before our Sunday Night Football starts, and I have to work tomorrow, and normally I do this on Mondays, but if I have to work, then I don't want to be rushing around tomorrow, because tomorrow, then what I should do is I should get up tomorrow and I should make my meals for the week. That's what I should do. So that's where we're at. This is what we're doing. How are you? But yeah, it's just there's this thing of perseverance and knowing how it is to work really hard for something and then get it. One of the hardest things in the world, one of the hardest things in the entire world, in high school for me, was getting all conferences. one of the most difficult things in football was doing that and just playing hard. And like, actually, tell you the truth, probably one of the most hardest things I ever did, and one of the things I ever wanted the most was like, I lettered as a freshman on varsity football, and which is crazy. There was, because normally that doesn't happen. Normally freshmen don't play varsity football, and it was so funny because I'll never forget this. It was the summer before my summer before my 8th grade year of high school, my 8th grade year of middle school, or my 8th grade year of school. I don't know what would be the best way to describe it. And then so I used to be a fuckhead. I was a massive fuckhead. And really the only thing that ever settled me down, the only time I was ever on the straight and narrow was during football season, because I didn't want to get in trouble because I wanted to play football. After football season, I didn't give a shit about anything. I just went back into my fucking head and just worried about until I'm like, all right, well, until next football season. And so I was told he was the defensive coordinator, but he was the head coach for the junior high football program. And he was like, John, if you just get your head out your ass and you just listen to me and you let me coach you, you're good enough where you can play as a freshman on varsity and you can start. I'm like, what? And I was never told that, as a young child, as a young kid, young boy, as young boys, we're the worst thing we're the most useless thing on this planet, because we all we're doing is just making noise, because we're just full of testosterone and angry and horny, and we just want to slam shit into the fucking ground. It's how it is. And when he told me that, I was like, oh, this is a goal I can have. And so then all it came from that moment on, all I thought about was I got to letter as a freshman on varsity football. If I don't do this, I failed. I fucking failed. I failed. So then all it was, next day, gym. I started hitting the gym. I went to the gym, worked out, cardio, boom. Started, I would go to the library. I'd get books on football. I would read Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders had this book about what he did, and then there was Dalian Thomason. He did a 60-minute special. He was on 60 Minutes, and he talked about his conditioning and what he did on the off season. He did all these hills, and then he would have sled work. And so all right, I don't know what to fucking do. So I started doing that shit, and it just became a thing. I would go, and then during the summer, 7 a.m. I was there. I was waiting for the head coach to open up the locker room so we could go and work out. And I would work out for 2 hours, and then I would go and I would run. And then I would just and that's what I did. The only thing I wanted to do was letter as a freshman. And then I did it. And it was crazy. It was insane. And one of the most coolest feelings in the world, being a freshman wearing a Letterman jacket because most freshmen have a Letterman jacket, but they don't have the school patch. You don't have your letter. And so it was fuck yeah, dude, I can't believe I fucking did this. And it was just one of the things one of the first times in my life when I was like, oh, if you work really, really hard at something, if you work really, really hard, you can get it. And then it became, okay, well, I can do that. Then why can't I get all conference? There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to get all conference and all district. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to do this. And so, boom. And then the next thing it became was just working harder to become that. So then it just became just being the best at that position at what I was playing. So, but I should move on to another subject, but it's just, that's what's so awesome about football, is that you can take that and you can just live in the bullshit of the daily grind, and it doesn't bother you because there's a bigger thing down the road. If you just work hard enough, there's something down the road. So that's what football taught me, and that's what I love, absolutely love about football. This wine's for football. So, what else? We have this is fucking Thanksgiving week, isn't it? Thanksgiving's coming up. It's on Thursday. I guess this coming Thursday, because technically we're in the week before, because this is Sunday. But yeah, oh man, I don't know. What would I have? I have something to say about that. What I have. What is it? What about Thanksgiving? I don't know. Oh yeah, it's like I just don't get it. Thanksgiving food makes me want to throw up, but it does. It really does make me want to throw up. It's just some of the grossest food. I don't understand why people get so excited for Thanksgiving food when it's like the worst food in the world. Like, you guys never eat this. We never eat this outside of this holiday. So why are we so excited to eat it during this holiday? Clearly, it's not that good. Dry ass turkey. Ugh. Like pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie. They're both gross. They're both awful. They're not good. They're not good pies. They're not good. We got like this. The thing is, like, there's people out here that like I don't shop at Walmart. I don't shop at Walmart, but you eat fucking cranberry sauce and that shit comes from a goddamn can. So it's like, I don't understand where's your line? Where's the goddamn line with some of y'all? Some of y'all, you just don't make sense. And the only thing that's good is the mac and cheese and the greens. That's about it. And even as someone who is kosher, I'm like, yeah, greens, they're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll eat the shit out of those. That's pretty delicious, even though most of the time it has bacon. And the mac and cheese, that's it. Why don't we actually do like good food, like steaks and like tacos or something like that? Like something that like everyone is universally just loves. Everyone just loves that shit. But instead we do mashed potatoes and we do the stuffing. No matter if the stuffing is dry, no matter if the stuffing is wet, it is gross. It's horrific. It's not good. Wait, no, there's dressing and stuffing. God forbid what's the difference? Like what, dressing is you put it outside of it and stuffing is the stuff that's inside of it. Either way, it's horrific. It's not good. It's just not good food. And then and then ham. No one likes ham. No one eats ham outside of Thanksgiving. No one eats ham. No one does. And so why do we do it? Why do we kill this pig and eat the fucking asshole of it? Like, ugh. You fucking dickheads. Stop. Like, why just eat better things? Because you can. You know what? Traditions are made to be broken, and traditions are made to be your own traditions. Yeah, have you ever thought about that? Make your own tradition. And how about this? You eat steak, and maybe you can do like French fries, and then like you could do like cinnamon rolls. How about you do like cinnamon rolls as a dessert, and then you can have like a London fog. Those are delicious. Do that. How about that? That's a great Thanksgiving meal. That would be an amazing Thanksgiving meal versus that dog shit fucking potato salad that your grandma makes that's dry as hell, or the coleslaw that's wet, or sometimes the coleslaw's dry and you're like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. And then we argue about like Obama, and it's like, if we just eat steaks, we won't be so upset. Because the reason why everyone's so upset during these holiday seasons is because we're eating this shitty food that we never eat. We never eat this ever at any other time of the year except this time. And then we're like, ugh. And then like then we talk about being we're just so fucking fat. That's the biggest thing, America. We're fat. We're fat as fuck. We need to stop eating the shit. Just eat a goddamn salad, a steak, some French fries, and an egg roll or some shit, and be done with it. No, the thing is, like, that's the thing. The Jews, we have it great on things on Christmas. We Chinese food in a movie. That's done easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's like this holiday season, you guys, we intentionally make this thing so damn stressful for no reason. And I just sit back and I watch, maybe because I'm a foreigner, and I'm just like, why do we do this? This is stupid as hell. We're better than this. We won 2 world wars. Yet we want to argue about stuffing or dressing. How about this? Stop making it. Just don't make it anymore. And let's be done. I digress. So, but that's just my opinion on Thanksgiving. I hope you all have a great holiday, because we're in the holiday season. But Thanksgiving is a dog shit holiday in the sense of the food. I so hate this time of year, not because of the Mariah Carey music. Oh, not because of like the overpriced socks. No, it's just the food. It's just the idea. I can only handle one thing, either being around a bunch of people I don't want to be around. I don't like being around people in general, but I can't stand being around people and then also have to be around and also have to eat shitty food. It's just like so bad, so bad, so bad, and I just fucking hate it. I hate it so much. God, it makes me so mad. God, it's just like, it's so, because I'm just like, fuck, man, I have to eat mashed potatoes, because I'm just like, I'll eat some mac and cheese, maybe some greens, and then a piece of bread, and I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like so disgusted by watching everyone stuff all this shit on a plate, and I'm like, how do you guys eat this stuff? How do you guys enjoy eating that horrific slop? Because all of it just looks slop. It just looks like a slop on a sheet of plywood. That's all it looks like. And then you guys post pictures of like, look at this. It's like, it looks horrific. It looks awful. Make a steak, god damn it. We're better than this. We're better than this horrific food that we choose to eat on these holidays, on these great holidays. These great holidays of fuck, god damn it. I've been holding this in for years. Since I've been a kid, I've never understood this. I've never understood eating shit food. Why do we choose to eat shit food? And then everyone's like, oh, my belly's so full. Oh, how can it be so full when you're eating dog shit? It's horrific. It's horrific. We only do it one time a year. We do it one time a year. 2 times maybe. It's like turkey on Thanksgiving, and then on Christmas it's ham or some shit. It's like, no, just stop doing it all. Okay, I got to be done with it, because I get really angry by it. I get so upset by it, because I don't know what's more upsetting, that or when I see people all the time. They're like, oh, I'm a fitness inspiration person, or whatever it is, and then you see them like use them use one of those like pussy pads when they're squatting. It's like, you should never take any fitness advice from somebody who's using a pussy pad, because you should, at this point, if you're gonna call yourself like a fitness influencer or whatever the shit it is, because influencer's not even a real thing, you fuckhead, that you should you should be able to build up enough trap muscle that you should be able to use a squat bar with having to use a pussy pad, you damn bitch. Like, I'm sorry, but you're a fucking bitch if you use a pussy pad. I'm sorry. Like, it's there's no other way to describe it. There's no other way to describe that person as other than a little bitch, because it's like, oh, does your back hurt so much that you have to have a little pad there when you do some squats? Oh, that must be really sad. That must be really hard. And you go fuck yourself to anybody who's like, John, that's a real asshole way of thinking. I'm like, fuck you. You're a pussy then too, because you probably use a pussy pad. Because the only people who are getting upset, the only person who's ever going to get upset by like, oh, well, how would you say that, John, is someone who's using a goddamn pussy pad, because you're a pussy. I've been also holding that one in for a long ass time too. I don't really give a shit about these things. I'm just trying to get through a podcast, guys. I'm just trying to do a show, okay? And I've noticed my camera's kind of offset, so I'm like, maybe I should scoot over a little. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, how about that? Is that better? Am I more in the frame now? I love it when I get these, like, when I can really get myself anxious, amped up, because it's just, there's a lot of things that just irritate the living shit out of me. Then, like, people who are who just talk, or they give inspirational shit while they're driving or in their car. I've never understood that. Like, why do you do that? Like, I have no problem. Did I just hear what I just did? I just bitched and moaned for about 10 minutes about fucking potato salad. Like, so if I can do that, you can get a fucking podcast too and sit down with a fucking microphone in front of your goddamn mouth and then talk and say what you got to fucking say, instead of be driving like, you know what, this is why I got a problem. You know, I don't understand. You know, like, I'm the most realest motherfucker in this world. I'm the realest motherfucker ever. Ever. You know what? I'll always just keep it 100. It's like, people who keep it 100, people that are like, I'm humble and I'll work hard. They just are humble and they just work hard. They don't have to fucking talk about it. Like, and another thing, hey, person who's just always posting dumb fucking shit. Guess what? You know how you're at that party and how everyone's having fun, and then everyone kind of looks at you kind of weird when they kind of like notice that you're like recording them. It's like, yeah, you're a fucking asshole, you asshole. Like, stop doing that. Just be in the moment, you dick. Stop being a fucking asshole. I don't know why I'm this upset right now, okay? I have no reason to be this upset. I have none. I have a full belly. I have a little bit of wine in my stomach. I'm fully hydrated. My football teams, except the Steelers, can't score a goddamn touchdown. But it is the holiday season, and it is a good time, and I'm wearing Eddie Bauer. Who could be upset by wearing Eddie Bauer? What am I talking about? What am I saying? Who am I? And another thing, nothing is worse than shitty pizza. Am I right or wrong on that one? I think we can all agree on that. Like, nothing's worse than because it's like, it's not hard. It's not hard. So then why are you fucking up on this so bad? Like, how did you fuck up on this thing that's so easy to make? It's like fucking up on laundry. Like, how did you fuck up on laundry? The machine does 90% of the work. It's like, all you gotta do is like lay things down on a board. That's all you gotta do, and then put it in the oven, and the oven does the rest of the work for you. It's like, it's just, it's just the holiday season. It's just, it's just a great time of year. Starting next week, it's really gonna get into, like, it goes into like hyperdrive after. Like, as soon as like Black Friday hits that morning, it's just hyperdrive because everyone's like, it's fucking time, and they just lose their goddamn mind in America. They just lose their mind during the seat time. They're, I gotta buy more. I gotta buy more. I gotta get more shit. It's like, we already have so much shit, so much stuff. But hey, it's America. This is what we do. This is how we live our lives. And it's almost time for football. I got about two and a half minutes left. What else do I have to talk about? What else can I say? Cut it off. If you say you're a rich, if you're a woman, which is fair, cut it off. Oh, that was a weird thing. I'm not going to talk about that. I'll save that one. Oh, ladies, stop parking next to me. This is a funny thing. So, like, when I go to the gym, I park far away on purpose because I like to smoke pot before I work out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like to smoke a lot of pot. I get barbecue before I go and I work out, and then I go work out for 2 hours. That is what I do. It's what I've always done. It's me. That's me. Stop parking next to me, ladies, because what happens is I'm parked in my car and I'm smoking. I'm enjoying my life. Then I have to cut my weed smoking session short because you don't get out of your car because you're afraid that, like, as soon as you get out of your car, I'm going to get out of my car. I'm not. You think you're afraid? I'm afraid you're going to call the cops on me. That's what I'm afraid of. If you want the honest goddamn truth, that's the honest truth. I'm not going to hurt you. I don't want to fucking hurt you. I don't want to talk to you. That's the biggest thing. Like, mostly, I don't want to talk to you. You know why? Because you're a fucking person. I don't like a lot of people, so I don't really want to talk to you if I don't fucking have to. I just rather not, because I don't want to hear a fucking stupid thing you have to goddamn say, because you're gonna say it's fucking Aries season. Oh my god, it is Aries. Have you ever noticed that, like, all these bad bitches, like, are doing their thing, like, and guess what they are? They're a Pisces. Gang, 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 gang. It's like, you're a fucking moron. You are a fucking dipshit if you believe in that shit, because there's all I have to say. If you believe in that astronomy shit, one thing, it is fucking called light. It's called light years. Guess what? The stars you see in the sky are not the stars right at the moment, because it's called light years, because it takes thousands of light years for the light to get to the earth, you dumb fucking moron. All right, well, that's the end of this podcast. I hope you all have a beautiful and lovely Thanksgiving. Stop eating dog shit food. Anyway, I love you. Be safe. Wash your hands, for fuck's sake. It's goddamn holiday season, and it's gonna get cold, and you're gonna get sick if you don't wash your fucking hands, you asshole. All right, bye. football.